should be live. Am I live? Come on.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
Am I live? It's loading. I'm live. Looks like I'm live. Cool. Greetings, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Stareyed.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
Genshin Impact. Tonight we work on. Let's see. Yes, the Nereids Chapter 1. The Nereids Chapter Act 1. That is the Sigewinne story quest, so yeah, let's begin with it. Well, this might time. Okay. A moment. Okay. Okay, I'll take this one at the moment. Cool. I wonder if... There's not much. Oh, okay. It's a lot of people. Is that supposed to be Kyo's shop? I think it is supposed to be.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is. Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Oh, Sigewinne's here too. Hey there, Sigewinne! Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy. You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here, Sigewinne? The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the Court of Fontaine. This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. I like to keep up with the latest industry developments when I can, to help me with my magazine articles. Wait, you write? For a magazine? It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association. I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Maritime Flower. Oh, wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association. What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty. I really like this role. The staff at cosmetic shops are always so polite. And well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower. Obviously, it's because of Sigewinne's love for beauty. Still, a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible. The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension. Oh, wait, you're saying that natural beauty is the highest form of beauty, right? Not really. Actually, Melusine aesthetics are very different from human ones. If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness. Oh, yep. Still, I really value my current appearance, and in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about skincare and stuff. It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway? Are you like only half Melis? Ooh, wait, sorry. That was... No, I don't mind. I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form a very long time ago, if you're interested. A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck! Long ago, humans rejected Melusines, and Melusines feared humans. There was was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You are still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, the little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Ooh, a witch. Trust me, must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... yeah. Not every Melusine would take human form to save their human friend. Treating patients is the doctor's duty. Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melusine. Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. Paimon too! Here's...
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that...
Oh, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Really? Personal advice...
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Now, without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Rawat to tell you all about what Butterfly Dew can do for you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Wow, he's a researcher?
I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees us as. But what if our appearance prevents us from wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence? Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never... That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not...
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing.
Wow, then it's...
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own...
Oh, I'm a volunteer!
Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the...
Oh, is that...
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Wow, now that's high, prick.
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is...
Yeah.
Think we should buy a bottle too?
Ay, cute enough.
Really? Well, it's still good to care for your skin though, right? And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well...
Take a bit time to get started with, but cool.
It's an honor to receive such...
With most skincare products, oh yeah, this one has instant benefits. Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish regular reviews in Beautés en Fleur.
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but...
Sigewinne? Oh, excuse us.
Wait.
That's right, and...
Well, I don't normally... Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontanian's skin.
Why would it work better on Fontanian?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm...
Alright then. How about...
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be great...
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
I can see why you might think that, but to me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits.
Admirers of physical beauty.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people... This is a fact of life. It's only now...
You're right.
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you...
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to... why? The quality is fine. I just think there's room... Really? Then why the researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job... Ooh, now that'll make them really upset. If I'd mentioned it... Fair enough. If you're interested in the more effective version... When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no? As for me, it's probably time... Alright, see you there then! Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for Sigewinne should be nearby.
Slime. Not slime. The other ones.
Hold that pose.
Excuse me?
Hey there. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Smile. Save cheese. Coming at ya. Ha-ha. Ah. This one's got your name on it. Ha. Cha. Ah. Ha. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Ha-ha. Ah. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
That's one.
exciting! Let's head to the Fortress of Mirapede!
Let's do.
Whoa, the infirmary is packed!
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night.
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. First, which finger am I holding up?
Your index finger, but...
Very good. Hey there! Your Grace, it's been a while, huh?
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Sigewinne.
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming...
A doppelganger?
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues.
All right. Very good. Take a sip of water and rest for a bit. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms pointing to a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself.
No problem, Your Grace.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who have made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. Hey there, Sigewinne! It's...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me.
Okay, bye-bye! So... Would you mind waiting for just a moment? Oh, sure!
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sigewinne. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe. Well, this could hurt. Ah! Did his face melt?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning.
The Marechaussee Phantom?
Yup, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check... Don't worry. We Melazines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you?
Hey, lose the attitude. You...
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply... Look how nice Sigewinne's being. And he's so...
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a...
Thank you, Sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler? We did! Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Take a rest here if you... or alternatively, is there a... That's right! Let us help... Good point. Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work. We're ready, Sigewinne. What's our first mission? I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie... what for? I need you... What? Oh, is it that difficult? Oh, I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates. And you played along very well, Paimon. Well, this is awkward. No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Oh, please, just do as I say. You can, okay. enough on her plate with a busy job.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fort.
All right, sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend?
Hush.
Huh?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy. Hang in there, traveler. Are you gonna puke? As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever.
And...
Hey! Put it this way. No, of course.
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two.
Actually, this took like such a weird tonal shift, and also the music from Fortress of Repeat is like the background music that just adds such a sinister turn. It's so weird, in a good way, but still weird.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him. His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately. He was quite happy at first. So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Oh, you had a teacher? She was human. Oh, it's fine. She was a traveling doctor. And since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. She used to say, she sounds like a pretty strict teacher. Strict? That's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids. Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Wow, yeah, okay, that'll
That was not
terrify the
terrifying.
kids.
That shouldn't terrify normal kids.
Yep. Why does it almost sound... Oh, because I am. If she was here, a doctor who looks like a witch. Oh, me, honey. That's actually a good... Oh, my next patient should be... Sure thing! Onto the... Well, thanks to you. Should we get some rest? Oh, there is one... Confidential? It's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay. Wait, you mean those healthy meals? My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them. So I have... Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy. You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. The ingredients are ready. Now, put them up. First, we add this special slime condensate. Yeah. Next up, xenochromatic crystals. Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Finally, Woo needs some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. Oh! Frog. And we're done. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed Sigewinne really does have the inmates' best interests at heart.
I would not eat that just on principle. How am I doing it this way?
head nerd.
Just the one today. This
Sounds good.
sounds like they're talking. Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
That won't do.
All right.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you,
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late.
Okay, just...
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there?
You were right to tell me. Looks like we've got one job as medical assistant.
Head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble. After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably...
I totally understand. Still, I have...
Again, so sorry.
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember.
You're Pinky.
All right, all indicators... So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all? Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by...
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
It can be difficult. I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery.
Great. I can't...
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him...
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh? Yep. Oh, no rush. Well, tomorrow it is then. Oh, don't you worry. We will. Yeah, sleep tight. Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Sigewinne. Whoa! How is the infirmary even busier than yesterday? Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. Anything? There's a bit of a complicated situation.
You have to believe me.
You're in a medical facility.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all—
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke...
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim...
This is nuts.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom?
That's even weirder than...
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims.
And we thought yesterday was as busy...
We've compiled their statements. Have a look.
Wait.
Release? Interesting.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed.
I'm on it.
This should be honorary. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine.
Yes, like I told you.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potten's case, but how do you explain—
No, the method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Traveler, Paimon. Yeah, sure did. Then you can be my witnesses. So, you—
Yes, head nurse. It's...
I need to do another
All right. It's the cognition...
Now, try to recall if you can.
I believe it was...
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, Eric who said he saw another him. Sigewinne did another test before letting him leave.
Huh? I don't know about any tests last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable...
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their... Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night... However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to... Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they said...
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt.
Yeah, it all makes sense now. The Duke...
Well, I can't fault the reasoning.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, we carefully examined all the suspects.
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release.
Actually, there is a potion that... A shape-shifting...
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an...
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. Yep.
Okay. Well, it was our
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. I checked the list.
And 2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogation.
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave...
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Well, technically there is what... We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the
Oh? What? Isn't that the handsome...
Handsome? One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. Thanks to his report...
What a hero!
No doubt. This is worth following up on. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before...
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime...
Of course.
Miss Morgan? Well, I'm the one who...
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on...
I also have a more personal reason.
Look, head nurse, I
Don't worry.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and if you really are worried for her... Ah, there you go, right on cue.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing...
Yeah.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid...
The Marsha's a phantom.
Not this time, no.
Rawat. He actually doesn't work on site here very often.
Just a handful?
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute...
Okay.
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike...
Really? Paimon couldn't...
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Sigewinne.
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat.
Close?
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him.
Would the patent in question...
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, now we're getting...
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. But I'm studying coatings. I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. Don't get me wrong, I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use this, but despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about
wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you
Huh?
Excuse us, are you...
That's me. What?
Are you close friends with Rawat?
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I should have known, really. Men like him, they just...
Okay.
Why would I know where he's at?
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
I think she knows Rawat better.
Maybe, but we're not going...
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean.
It's...
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Oh my god.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah!
What? How has this happened? He seemed...
Oh, I see.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his... I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness.
Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was unbelievable. These guys only want to show you...
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like a plan. Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you...
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom.
Not anymore, we're not.
Oh, yeah?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor.
So that's what we're...
We'd still like to know where to
Wait, you're Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I...
Wow, turns out Sigewinne's got some...
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers.
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in... The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs.
Drugs? Doesn't he work...
Who knows? I never...
Thank you. You've given...
Welcome. Goodbye.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.
Everything here is in order.
You know, Paimon started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. So, what's your view? A handsome researcher who... So, your thoughts about... Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion. How does such... You can't judge a person so...
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him.
How strange. Maybe he and his business...
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. By the time he discovered who they really were.
That does make a lot of sense. No wonder he's so unsociable. In that case, the situation could be worse than we thought. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was
2 days ago? So he went missing.
That was the same day he reported the criminals.
Don't worry, everyone. Yeah, he must have been worried.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Yep. When you register a brand, the court...
Okay.
Odd, but okay. I'm so used to using like mobility characters.
This one's got your name on it.
Swing ahead.
This one's got your name on it. Haha.
All right. This should be...
Okay.
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... it's open!
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler had...
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. We could try, but...
well, doesn't...
Yep. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask... Hard of hearing, perhaps.
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a photo. Looks like this isn't gonna work.
Well...
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here?
Maybe.
Yes, so?
I suggest we all return there now.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here?
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head.
Also, I'd like some art.
Why is that?
If or what knows how
Got it.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. Yes. Oh. Let me take care of a few things first. Yeah, of course. I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods. Sigewinne. Yes. In Amelizine's eyes, but human medicine can defy that law to some extent. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all this. Sigewinne. Well, don't worry about me, Paimon. Doctors do. At the very least, I can lower her fever. Yeah. All the more reason to find. Oh, her fever is getting worse. Sure, we're on the...
Okay.
Found the hot water? Sure did. And look what else, judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. Oh, that's great news. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. Thank you.
So all that a red zone. What's this a red zone?
It's Officer Marg...
We came as soon as we heard the news.
Don't blame yourself. There's a mechanical door over here.
It's open. Let's go in.
I'm going to change to a different team. Just in case.
How did they get in here? Captain, up ahead! Those look like our fugitives!
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape!
Floaty party!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
The wrong test subject.
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for.
So these...
The Mara Shosei Phantom!
Wait, it's that guard from the fortress.
That's right, I'm on your side. I mean, the Duke sent me. What's the matter?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop...
Well, you know...
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no...
What?
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face-swapping method. Arrest them all! DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not back soon...
Got it.
Time to go. Time to go.
So many jars. Was this some sort of production facility? This scent. It's probably the ingredients used to make... How come they're all empty? Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach, given our suspicion that he may have been coerced into the illegal drug...
Perhaps Butterfly...
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
No, just a guess.
Understood.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around. This one's closed too. What's with those carts and tracks? Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try!
Yeah.
One with nature. It's fine.
Mind the side effects.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Okay. Alright, this is an empty card. This is why it's not allowing that.
classroom's much smaller than the others. Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a potion-making...
Head nurse! Over here.
Let's see... Perhaps they... Yikes, Sigewinne!
Oh, what a tragic way to go.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan.
Source good. What's the source good?
There's a whole bunch of...
Are you serious? You're telling...
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face-changing solution as before.
Why didn't you say anything before we all...
Look, my plan got you all out of prison, didn't it? You'd have...
You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there after you disappeared on us with no warning.
Partners? Make no mistake, you hid things from me too. Remember how you each had a spare potion?
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare?
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. What's the plan, Parton?
There is no plan. We followed him here on the promise. Besides, what does it matter now anyway? He already said, even if we did get our hands on...
I said enough arguing!
The most practical solution is to continue...
Are you kidding me? This stuff was hard enough to get a hold of even when we had a supply. Now you're asking us to use it like skin lotion after...
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Okay, now we're talking. What?
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make... What's the problem? I thought you always kept reserve.
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the fortress...
Well then, say hello to never showing your...
I've heard enough!
Freeze! Marshal say Phantom!
What? Who let them in?
Officer Morgan,
Bro, what?
I don't see him.
Spare us your
Cotton?
Arrest them all! Don't...
One with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Another test subject.
Sight! That's far enough. Behold. Everything was
Picked the wrong test subject.
Now I'm mad! Wibbly wobbly!
Mind the side effects.
Don't be nervous. Just relax.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Strike hard!
This is nothing.
The doctor will see you.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Huh. Gotta say.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan.
Captain, we finished the head count.
Over there! The door's...
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good.
How did he...
Don't waste your energy.
How naive.
Well then, you'd better hope they get...
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes.
This is our distribution center, where we store the product derived from our source solution. The pipe network here was designed to emit a gas.
Why would you do that?
Oh, please. If they can't supply what I need, they're of no further use to me.
He's a maniac! Come on, we gotta find a way to open...
Go ahead. Struggle in vain. Once the light...
Are you sure you're ready to leave, Pot?
You can't cure my face. Just give up.
And what if I could?
Nice try. You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
Oh, I doubt it. The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like before the flood, all Fontanians were Oceanids. A potion made from that fluid could dissolve and reconstruct the face of... Theoretically, it could give someone... But since the flood, Fontanians have become true humans.
Are you saying... this potion...
How could you know all of this?
It also means that I have a formula you're unaware of.
I might get to make...
Oh, it's not a formula.
What?
When I tried Rawat's skincare product, I noticed it had a certain special component. I'm guessing his skincare lotion...
Huh. Impressed. But it only contains a tiny amount of the active ingredient.
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution process, giving the skincare lotion a similar effect to the fluid.
That's impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients, I think you can figure it out.
Tainted hydrophantasms and transoceanic pearls.
So?
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window. Drop the potion in.
Nope, not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness.
Even if you're not bluffing, your potion... I'm not closing the valve this time.
Fine, then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand.
No.
It's open!
Disable that sluice gate! Jam it!
That's more like it.
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave, now!
Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help. Same goes for you, Traveler. Flying fast is pretty tiring too, actually. Anyway, that's a shame I ended up giving the improved version of Pup. No, please don't. Paimon doesn't want to use that stuff anymore. Still, it was a pretty good job that Paimon wanted to buy some in the first place, huh? Yeah, Paimon.
Head nurse, I've done a final head count of... It's a shame that we didn't find...
What a horrible bunch. No, we wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies. And one of them What? Then why did you...
If this is true, if he changes his appearance and flees...
No, you don't understand.
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry.
Yeah, he would go back to his mom. Like, yeah, it makes sense. Does make sense, but yeah.
A bitter pill to swallow. The wind rises.
following me. Squall Fury.
Don't move a muscle, Captain. You're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying to find...
Oh.
Are you... Potton?
What?
This is how Potton looked before his face was marred. His
Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? What?
Enough of this nonsense.
You better pipe down. There's an...
To heck with it.
He's gotta be lying, right? Rawat was a victim in a...
Forced against his will. Heck, when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
Save us.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is. When I was just Potton.
Ew.
Women despise me.
Collaborate?
My peers.
Mr. Potton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment
Only villains would...
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. So I suggest you put any thoughts of running away to rest. If you get caught by the guards for being in the synth business...
There was no way out until...
Mr. Rawat,
I became popular.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me?
My peers looked up.
I'm very interested in your research, sir.
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me what a but I did not hold a grudge. Or so I thought. But Mother, I'm back. How are you doing? I bought the best medicine Mora could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother.
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own red. Well, is that enough explaining for you?
Have you ever considered if you'll even be... You found a way to completely change your...
Why would I want to give up on such a lucrative business?
So you kept being a villain?
Villain? By what standard? Is doing... You have no right to judge me!
You're... Honestly, I don't see it.
Don't humor me. You don't...
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose to take that potion bottle and spare our lives. But I had to confirm my suspicion.
Are you kidding me? A young, promising researcher and a wretched criminal?
Well, there were no visual clues. But I believe I understand humanity a little better than most of my kind.
Fundamental qualities, huh? Most people probably don't know this, but I think I can guess what your deal is. Mel is... You said yourself, didn't you?
Sigewinne? Yes, you're right.
I'll bet it was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race cast out by humanity. So you see...
That's not important right now.
Huh?
Head nurse.
Don't worry. Back in the war, he was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of escaping capture by opening...
I see.
So before you arrest him...
All right.
Mom? It's me, Potton. Your son. Mom!
I'm sorry, but I have some bad news.
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing on her ability.
No, it can't be. I've done so much to... No!
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all. It's you. No more questions, Potton. She's gone.
Mom? Mom?
I'm sorry to say this, Potton, but...
This is very tragic.
The wait is over, everyone!
Another skincare promotion! And oh, Sigewinne's here too! Hey, Sigewinne! Oh, Traveler, of course! Nurse's orders, right? Actually, I'm mostly here. Ah, that reminds Paimon. Nope, there's nothing to worry about. Unless besides, officers have already retrieved all butterfly dupe. After consulting Monsieur Nervulette, I came up with a way to neutral. Wow, it's Sigewinne.
Thank you for serving as our consultant, head nurse.
Great! Good job.
Also, you mentioned you wanted a copy of Rawat's interrogate after he saw his mother for the last time. It was like all his mental defense. Apparently, the formula was something he discovered by chance while helping the criminal gang produce synth. Their supplier was Vache. But you could also argue that they were the ones doing him a favor. His operation helped Vache's gang dispose of an enormous amount of it made for a seamless collaboration.
Vache again, huh?
Make no mistake. The crimes of Vache and his accomplices will come to an end. Since the flood cut off their supply of primordial seawater, they've been forced to resort to riskier methods. After receiving numerous reports, we were able to...
That sounds more like it!
Based on what he told us in his confession, we pretty much had him back. He tried to throw us off his tail by reporting his accomplices, but there was one thing he hadn't anticipated. Even though
So he tried this once before, huh? Looking at the interrogation records, it seems like he's...
Yes, which is why I suspect that his initial motive, even so.
I understand. Why did you want them anyway? Potton was one of my patients, so I need to put together a medical... Why are you still treating him like... That may be true.
One last thing, head nurse. It would be for the best if most of Fontaine knows...
Of course!
Thank you for...
So, Sigewinne, did you really use the... Why do you sound so surprised by him? You mean that store? Yes, but... I know. There are some secrets I can't tell anyone about. Before I tell you, though, of course! They're here too!
Good to see you, Traveler. Paimon. I trust all has been...
Big news, everyone.
Is that genuine?
Why wouldn't they?
Ah, yes, you're quite right. After reading the Maréchal say Phantom...
Take note. That, my friends, is how Monsieur Nervulette shows that he cares.
So the old friend she mentioned was her teacher? Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to be rude. It's only because...
I doubt she considers that title to be offensive.
Indeed. In fact, I believe Sigewinne would take it as a sign. In those days, many people harbored prejudice.
Wow. It's really nice of you.
Younger colleague. Sigewinne served a sentence in the fortress of Meripede hundreds of years ago, and after she did her time, she decided to stick around. Strictly speaking, the head nurse has been around longer than most people in the fortress, myself included.
She served a sentence?
Yes. Long before I became Udex, there was an ancient law in Fontaine that prohibited any attempt to transform another species into a human. Initially, I and most researchers believed this law to have been imposed due to ethical concern. But now, it seems more likely that the law was nothing more than an insurance policy. A way for Egeria to ensure that her people would remain insulated from the truth, thus enabling them to lead more straightforward, happier lives. Ignorance is bliss, as the Sigewinne had her reasons for choosing to obtain a human form.
Could you tell us a little bit more about...
Certainly. Sigewinne does not object to her close friends learning about her history. In fact, I first learned of it myself because she confessed the truth to me of her own volition.
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out? Stubborn as always. Shame that I don't have the energy to get over there. You're laughable, you old witch.
Master!
I discovered a strange disease. One I suspect I had no choice but to experiment on myself to find a cure.
Then I'll find a cure.
There's no need.
But...
as I said before...
I know. I'll do what...
even if it means...
as long as I don't hurt anyone.
Then I shall make one more final gamble. If I am able to work this miracle, if not, then it means I will leave you a parting gift. An accidental discovery happened.
When Sigewinne returned, she found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the potion as instructed, she gained her current form, breaking Fontaine's law in the process. And after I had confirmed the veracity of the events...
So that's what happened.
I fear Sigewinne only understood the full story after the truth about the dissolution of Fontaine. When I reflected on all this with that knowledge in hand, I felt a deep sense of regret. As I use the law to uphold justice, there are times when I cannot help but acknowledge its ruthlessness. After the final details of the events surrounding Sigewinne's transformation came to light, I checked several sources and, thankfully, the legal code does not require Sigewinne to shoulder any additional punishment.
What?
Since she invited you here,
You're here. The old friend I mentioned was my teacher, Sigewinne, the witch who gave you the magic. After learning the truth, well, to be honest, what she was planning, that's just who she was. If lying is what it took to get a kid to take their medicine, then that's what she'd do. Alright, but I broke the law. Simply true. It's just, you're not like him at all, and yet, you were still convicted. Unfair? I happen to think just the opposite. What makes you... I knew you'd be curious. The verdict came down. This Melusine is guilty. Deudex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melusine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melusine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melusine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, Sigewinne, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, After all these years, I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melusine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melusine? I remembered the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sigewinne. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melusines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melusine.
Now that's an ending Paimon can get behind. After hearing everything Potten said, I tried to treat him. But the roots of his problem had nothing to do with his face. I understand. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, there's one more reason in order to restore the appearances of the face-swapping victims. Well, even if you chose to destroy it, I still thought I should give it to you first. Well, fair enough. Still, if this is the Melusine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should, after all, from a Melusine point of view. Paimon bets Melusines look the cutest. Paimon. What was Paimon thinking? Leave it to me.
That was a nice story. I reckon, you know what?
Add Astra at... Thank you for Add Astra...
Let's do it. I'm gonna just strike out one. Sure, let's go. That's fine. Tomorrow is the reset for monthly ones, and I have more than enough.
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Tomorrow. I might, so the library of which is another endgame content, that opens tomorrow. I wonder if, yeah, the Imagarium Theater, I believe it's called. Wait a minute. Yes, of course, it is indeed called Imagarium Theater. So let's... yeah, I reckon I'll look into that. And that is all, I think. That's all I'm gonna stream for today. I may play for some more time, maybe. I'm considering it. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Bye!